So these are our midway predictions for the Prem. We're doing our top 8 and our bottom 3 relegated. Just because our channel started late, we didn't get to do the beginning of the Prem predictions. So we'll look back at this at the end of the season and see how we did. But Randy, you'll start first.
So starting off with my 8th position, I'm going to go with Brighton. I think they're going to have a decent season. Going to pick up some pretty good results. Some against, the top 4 teams, top 5. But ultimately, I feel like they'll fall just a little short from Europe, and they'll finish 8th.
Got me next?
Yeah.
So I also have Brighton coming in at 8th. Listen, it's a good young squad. I do think they're going to get some results against some of the big teams. But, for when it comes to European competition, I feel like it's going to be a few points shy from that Conference League spot, unfortunately. Sorry, Ali. I know you're not happy to hear that from me, but 8th is Brighton's spot for me.
Well, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. And this is not biased. This is not because I'm a Man United fan. But I do have Liverpool coming in 8th.
What?
Okay.
Explain though. I want to hear it.
Okay. This is the way I look at it. They're in 8th right now. Okay. If you're looking at the table and the predictions we gave for our next fixtures, they'll jump to 7.
Okay.
But I do think Chelsea will come back, and I'll talk about that later. And I think everyone that's above them right now is just going to maintain. I think Liverpool will still get some decent fixtures, but I think everyone else on top is just going to also keep maintaining. So I don't really see the table. I might ruin it, but I don't see the table moving too much right now. So I have Liverpool in 8th.
You don't think they're going to switch it up next year? They're going to get a break. Salah's getting a break.
Let's look at I know everyone here has heard about it, but Klopp's 7th season,
Yeah.
You look at Dortmund and all of them. All of them finished what? I think it was 12th.
Yeah, he's always had a bad 7th season or 8th season, whatever it is.
And this isn't any different. If anything, this is his best 7th season so far. So top 8. So this isn't even the Bundesliga. This is the Premier League, So it's even harder to crack when you're having a bad season like that.
There's going to be some angry Liverpool fans coming at you, I feel.
Let's also look at it this way. They're probably not going to make any moves on the transfer window, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not. They're trying to get Caicedo, which I don't think he would really fit.
They want Jude, but I doubt they get him.
They're definitely not getting him. It's either Man City or Madrid.
But
City's not going after him.
City?
What would you say, Caicedo?
No, Jude.
Oh,
Jude.
I thought you said Caicedo. I was like, what?
No, Liverpool want Caicedo, but...
Okay.
But the thing is, the news with FSG,
they're selling. They're gonna sell them.
The new seller comes in before the window. It could be really different. They could get some players, reinforce.
That could be worse. That could even be worse for them if you think about it. Look at
what owner they get though. Depends.
Mm-hmm. Well, good or bad, but also let's think about other people's transfer windows. Let's think about Newcastle's transfer window. How they're going to do this transfer window.
No, they're definitely.
Yeah, they really they haven't spent as much money as people thought they were going to spend.
Yeah, Brighton, Chelsea. We don't even really need to talk about Man City and Arsenal because they're doing good right now. But everyone on top of them, they're going to be probably having a better transfer window than Liverpool. So
probably.
Anyways, Russell, you're 8th.
Right, 8th, I have Brighton. I was thinking number West Ham. I think West Ham they'll pick it up. They're already starting to pick it up now. But I think, I don't know, they might fall a little bit short, especially with, they're probably going to make a deep run into Conference League. So that's going to, probably affect it. Because, their depth is, I don't know, they don't have, a lot of, backups, I feel. Or not, good backups, at least. So, and Brighton doesn't have anything, so, they don't have any distractions. So, 8th, yeah, it's probably Brighton. It was a toss-up between them and West Ham.
Okay, well, 7th position. You're not going to like me on this one, but I got United at 7th making the Conference League. Look, having Ten Hag this season, he's the right man for the job. But they're gonna have their on and off games. Like when I thought they were gonna beat Aston Villa, they lose. Right? They need big signings to keep that consistency going. So I don't think they're gonna do that well the second half of the season. So I'm gonna say 7.
Is this a little bit of a Arsenal bias, or you could say deep down this is your?
Just a little bit. I like to see them do bad, so just a little bit.
All right. I'll remember that.
Awa, you're not gonna like me either because I also got Man U in at 7. Now, obviously, we don't know who they're going after in January, but I feel like the results against the big 4 clubs are really going to hurt them. And, it's going to be Conference League for them. Unless they win the Europa League, that's the only way they get into Champions League. But I got them in 7th.
Everyone's coming after my teams today. So I got 7th. 1 second.
God, what's happening here? Oh, my. Repping it.
So for 7th, I got Brighton, Ecuador, Hove Albion. Ecuadorian boys.
All right.
I do believe they're going to make a big Ecuadorian signing in this transfer coming up. And no, but I just have them 7th because they're doing really well in the De Zerbi. I mean, De Zerbi's first game was 3-3 at Anfield against Liverpool, right? That's huge. I don't think anyone's talking about that. A big statement. And honestly, Brighton could have won that game, and I think that he was just trying to figure out their starting lineup and their formation, and now I think he knows that they should play 4 in the back. I think if we played 4 in the back that game, we could have beaten Liverpool. And going forward with all these games, him knowing his formation, his team he has now, that they're going to start winning more games. Obviously, we're going to struggle against the bigger teams like Spurs, City, Arsenal. But I mean, we've already faced Liverpool away, Man U away, and we got results. We're going to have them at home. So if we could get something out of that 1 point, that's huge. And I think that's enough for them to stay in 7th and for the first time reach Europe.
You got really good valid points there. They couldn't make it.
Next, Russell.
Oh shit, my bad. All right, 7th. I have Chelsea. I think they're.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't think Parter's gonna. I don't think he's gonna pick it up. He's not getting the best out of Cucurella is not playing good. Sterling's not playing good. They don't have anyone to score goals. Aubameyang's not gonna score goals. Havertz isn't scoring goals. Mount's. I don't know. Mount's up and down. I don't know. I don't think Chelsea's gonna pick it up after the World Cup. So I don't know. I have them 7th.
Yeah, I'm happy to see that actually because I don't like Chelsea. And it's kind of weird too when you think about it that Cucurella came back on form with Potter, right? So you would think that at a bigger, better team that Potter would be able to get more out of him. But
yeah, and he's not. He's for it was 60 or 50 million, and he's not playing good. He's looking average.
Yeah.
Needs time though. I feel like he has some good games, but time will tell.
Maybe
that's what happens when you leave Brighton, right? So like a Basuma and
true.
It's what happens when Pep doesn't want you. Pep wanted, or they look like City was going to get him. Pep didn't want him.
I feel like he would have done better at City though. Even.
Yeah, maybe. But he's not even he's not a natural left back. Everyone people were saying that, but he was playing he's playing as a wing back in a three. And even before Brighton, he never played left back at Getafe. He was a left mid.
Yeah.
So he was never a natural left back. So I don't know how good he would have done at City, but I don't know. Dead player.
All right. 6.
That's me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 6th, making Europa. I got Newcastle. they're top four right now, but I feel like they're going to drop a little bit. They're going to make some good signings, but, Europe is still good for them. I feel like that should be their aim. Even Conference League would be fine with them, but I feel like they're going to make sixth. They're still going to pick up some good wins throughout the season. And, I like Isak. I think he's injured right now, but when he comes back, I feel like he will really do well for them. And, I got them at sixth.
All right, for me, coming in at sixth, I got Chelsea. I think they're going to make a little mid-season comeback, get some really good wins. The team is there. Like, they got the players, they got the manager. Kepa's actually, putting in some good performances. So I think with putting all that together, and obviously, like you guys were saying, hopefully Cucurella can get it going, I think they can at least get a Europa League spot. Now, obviously, we're not really talking Champions League yet, but if they win that, that would be crazy. But right now, I got them in the Europa League spot, coming in number 6.
All right. I have Chelsea in 6th place too, actually. I think Potter will pick it up. Right now, they're in 7th. I think Potter will pick it up a little bit. Like I said, with Liverpool, I think all these teams are going to maintain. And there's only 2 teams I really see changing positions in these top 8. And one of them is Chelsea moving up 1 spot to 6th place. So I think they'll find a little bit more form. I think it's still early. It takes time with Potter. When he was at Brighton, it took him a whole season. But that's Brighton. He's coming into Chelsea with a way better team. He's doing good at Champions League. He's first champions as a coach, pulling it off. I see them going to 6, but I don't see them cracking top 5. So.
All right, so 6 for me. I have Newcastle. I think they're playing good. They haven't really dipped into the money that, especially with their new owners. But the people that they brought in, obviously Bruno Guimaraes, he's been incredible. Joelinton he's been revitalized under Eddie Howe as a center mid. Obviously Isak he's injured, but in his first game he scored it against Liverpool. Botman's been one of the best center backs in the league. Pope has been incredible, and they're showing they can play against the big teams. Against Newcastle or against Liverpool, they were unlucky to lose. They lost in the last minute, tied 3-3 to City, beat Spurs, right? So they can play against the big teams, but I think I don't know, they might tail off towards the end. But yeah, I think Newcastle's gonna finish 6th.
So with 5th, I got Liverpool. I feel like they're gonna step it up, but not too enough to make the top 4. They're just gonna be shy. Depending on if they get new owners by January, I don't think they'll make any big signings. They want Jude, so I feel like they'll end up waiting for him in the summer. Because if they get him in January, they're gonna have to splash an insane amount, and it's not of Liverpool to do that. Except with Van Dijk, that was before they had the money with the sale of Coutinho. But they're gonna do good against the small teams. I feel like they're gonna fix that. At the start of the season, they took a lot of points against the small teams.
I'm on the phone.
But I feel like they'll get better results and ultimately finish 5th.
All right.
Still, 5th place for me. I got Newcastle. I think they are going to keep up this roll they're on. This could be a very bright season for them. And like Russo was saying, all the players are clicking. Get Isak back from injury, and even say Maximum on the left wing, mid. That's going to be insane. Nick Pope, very underrated goalie, and that was a good buy from him. And, I think they're going to get everything right with this and get some Europa League football next season.
Yeah, see, I have Newcastle in 5th too. It was really hard not to put them in 4th because I do think that they're going to make some really good signings. Not that they don't already have a good team, and it's not good for a team to make too many signings like Nottingham Forest, because they have a team that's clicking right now, and I feel like maybe they just get one or two for depth. But they're looking really good, and I have them in fifth, but I might regret it not putting them in fourth. And to Randy, I just want to say, I think it's mad that you have Liverpool coming back from 8th place to 5th, but Man United dropping to 7th. But we'll see.
I just feel like they'll have a better bounce back. You know, it's Liverpool. I'd still believe in them.
All right.
Me,
Okay.
I've United 5th. I think they're gonna miss out on Champions League. Ronaldo's probably gonna leave in January if someone wants him. He's already said he wants to leave. Like they're, I don't know. I think the teams above them are better. I don't know. Like they're still like very inconsistent. They'll play good one game and then they'll lose 3-1 to Villa. Like especially I think against the bigger teams. I can't even say that actually because they've beaten Arsenal and Liverpool, but I don't know. They're not better than the teams above them, and I don't know if they make a deep run in Europa League again. It's just I don't know. Their depth isn't that great. Like if someone falls, bro, in the midfield, like you're back to Fred and McTominay, and that isn't good. I don't know. I think United 5th. I think that just the teams ahead of them are just better.
Fair. So 4th, I got Chelsea. I feel like they're gonna figure something out with Potter. You know, they haven't been putting up big results lately, but you know, Todd Bowley, he's not afraid to splash the cash. So I feel like he's gonna, you know, make some much needed signings. They have the players. They have really good players. They just need to figure out. He needs to figure out how to, you know, get the best out of all of them. You know, so if he does that, I genuinely think that they will have a better, you know, second half of the season, and they'll make 4th. You know.
All right, my 4th place team, and sorry, Al, it's going to be Liverpool. They're 4th, getting that Champions League spot. Come on, they have the team. Get Darwin Nunez going. Like it's Jurgen Klopp. I don't believe this whole 7th season, you know, curse that you had going on, and I think they're gonna get it. Salah's going off right now. It's only a matter of time until they crack the top 4 and keep it in there. So 4th place for me for Liverpool.
So for 4th place, I have Man United.
All right, let's hear it.
So they're in 5th right now, and if you look ahead of them, like Russo said, like there's Arsenal, who they beat, but I don't think the next time they see them, they'll beat them. They have City, who they got crushed by, and then they have Spurs. So those 3 teams in my eyes are better than Man United. But when I look at Newcastle, who's in 4th right now, I don't see them better as Man United. Not yet. Like they have the potential, but not yet. And that's why I said, like, when I look at those 4 teams, Newcastle doesn't look better than Man United to me. But when I look overall as a season, like Randy said, there's some games that Man United drop points where they shouldn't be, and Newcastle aren't dropping those points. So it was really tough, and it is a little biased. But especially if Ronaldo leaves, I love Ronaldo, but I think it'll be better for the team overall. I think that's probably a big toll on them, kind of, knowing that there's a player on the team that, you know, is a GOAT and is struggling right now. So I think even if he leaves, it'll kind of be a morale booster knowing that they don't have that extra baggage. But yeah, I have them in 4th, making Champions League.
4th, I have Spurs. I think they're, I don't know, Kane and Son, they always, I don't know, they'll always finish on like 20 goals each. And then Kulusevski's coming back. Richarlison's still good there for depth. Conte, I don't know, he's a winner. He knows what to do, especially like in leagues. He always gets good results. I don't know, not much. Spurs 4th.
Okay. 3rd, I got Spurs. I feel like they'll, having Conte, the winner mentality, like you said, Russo. He's a winner. He'll get that team going. He's had some, some dodgy results against some lower teams. So that's a little iffy, but I feel like, with all the players he has, Kane, Son, they'll turn up, Son, slow starts to the season. But he's always been there for them. So he's gonna turn up. And, Kulusevski, they got Perisic, they'll get the job done and they'll come third as much as it pains me. I hate them so much, but they'll come third comfortably.
All right, so for me, coming in at third, I also got Tottenham. It's just, again, they have the players. Conte, he's won the league before. He's a winner, like we've been saying. Harry Kane, just top striker in the league. Son, he's getting it going. That midfield is amazing in my eyes. Højbjerg is such a good center defensive mid for him. If they can consistently get the points and play Champions League football, they'll maintain the top three. It was hard for me. I thought maybe even second for him, but I'm going to settle at third for him.
Yeah, same for me. I don't think there's much to say for Spurs, as Russell said, for fourth. He had them coming in, but they're kind of a bland team, I feel like, right now. They're just a team that's going under the radar in a way that no one believes that they'll make top two, and I don't think anyone thinks they'll drop below fourth either. So third seems like a good spot. I think they might lose Son this transfer window coming. I don't think it'll affect them that much. They'll probably just get someone to replace him as soon as possible, and everyone else around underneath them is kind of fighting anyways. So they'll just maintain. So third for Spurs.
Third, I have Liverpool. They're gonna get it right eventually or soon. Whether it be it's gonna have to be after this break. Salah's not going. Firmino's not going. Diaz isn't going. Diaz is gonna come back healthy. They still have a lot of injuries too. Jota's injured. Diaz is injured, and then they're gonna get it right. They're obviously a lot better than the teams that are below them. I think. I don't know. The Klopp will figure it out eventually. I don't know. He keeps trying different things. Like he keeps trying a diamond, not working. The midfielders, I don't know if they're gonna buy someone. If the team gets sold, if FSG sell them and they bring in like a Saudi owner, and that's what's rumored apparently. And if they buy someone in the winter, I don't know. But even if they don't, they're still better than the teams that are below them, or that are gonna be below them. So they'll figure it out, especially with everyone coming back, especially with Diaz, Jota coming back, and then Nunez will get better, I guess. Firmino too, he's having a good season. So once everyone starts to come back, Klopp will start to figure things out, and it'll start clicking for Liverpool again.
It's true, Nunez has been playing better recently, so he could turn up second half, and you never know. Could be better than Haaland.
Okay, you're an idiot.
Okay. All right. Top two.
We're jumping to first now.
Yeah. Gotta be realistic. I got City winning it. It's not really in doubt. They got the depth. They got the team. They should win it, really. So, Haaland coming in, just going crazy in his first season of the Prem. And, he's going to continue that, with the rest that he has. And, the other players, De Bruyne, they're going to have a Ballon d'Or contending season. So, I as much as I love to say Arsenal to win it, if they have a good transfer window, they get the players they need. I feel like they need a midfielder. If they get Tielemans as that, could be a backup or can push to start over Xhaka. We just need that depth. And if we can get that depth, I really feel like we can challenge it to the end of the season. And, never know. Just like that one season where Leicester won, you never know what can happen. Never know. So I'm gonna stick right now with City first, and Arsenal coming second, and it'll be very, very close though.
Me, I got the same result as Randy. I think City's going to win. What is it? Title number 7 if they win it this season.
Who knows?
Think so.
So
Probably.
I think so. Yeah, like 7 or 8. But I do think it's going to come down to like the second or even the last match day for this title. But I have City better squad in my eyes over Arsenal. But again, Arsenal, if they can have a good transfer window, hey, maybe they can surprise us. It's happened before.
So I think I might be the only person, but I have Arsenal winning the league.
Oh, Randy's happy.
Boy, someone has some faith in us. Coming from a United fan too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a lose-lose for me anyways, but I do think that, Pep is going to really try to win Champions League, If Arsenal lose today to Brighton and they get knocked out of Europa League, I don't think they really need to worry too much about depth. But I don't see them getting knocked out of Europa League. I just see Arsenal as a really strong team right now. I see them with sorry, I'm forgetting the coach's name. Arteta. I think Arteta is a really good coach right now. I think Pep is great, but I just don't. It's so hard to think that City's going to win 3 in a row. I just think about it, and it just doesn't make sense to me. So I see Arsenal winning. They look really good right now. Their B team is doing well against Brighton's practically A team right now. So Arsenal first, City second.
Okay. I got 2 minutes for this, so I'm using this whole 2 minutes because that's baffling to me. City's gonna win it. Arsenal's gonna come second. Arsenal after this, Arsenal's doing good to come second, but they're not gonna push City. And I keep saying this: better teams have pushed City farther, and they've gone up against that Liverpool team 3 times or 2 times now. Liverpool's pushed them to the last day. Last year, City were down 2-0 with 15 minutes left. Better teams have pushed City farther, and City still beat them. Arsenal, they'll do good to come in second, but they're not going to win. City's just too good. De Bruyne finally has a striker after 2 seasons to play in. Haaland is ridiculous. Bro, if he breaks 50 goals, I wouldn't even be surprised. Just in the Prem, if he breaks 50 goals. Actually, no, that's crazy. But if he does, I wouldn't be surprised.
He's cracking 40 for sure, I feel like.
Exactly. So
I can see it.
Arsenal, I just don't think Arsenal's players, they're still inexperienced too. They haven't won anything. So, they're not used to this. They're not used to being in this situation. Only Jesus and Zinchenko have been here. They've done that. Arteta's still, again, a young manager. He's going to slip up. Bro, Pep's been here. Pep's done this how many times? And he's always said he's prioritized the league. However he says that, obviously he wants to win Champions League, but he always says Premier League comes first. He's not going to sacrifice anything. He's going to win the Prem again. Whether City win Champions League or not, he's going to win the Prem. It's City first, Arsenal second. Ali, you have 0 ball knowledge. That's incredible to me.
Yeah, I would have said Arsenal first, but
that's
realistic.
No, I'm more surprised by Randy not putting his team over.
I think the only 3 crazy ones I had were Liverpool 8th, Man United 4th, and I guess Arsenal. I wouldn't call it that crazy. I don't think it's that far-fetched right now. Okay, so now we're gonna just do our 3 relegated teams. Randy, you can start first.
All right. Bottom of the league, I think Nottingham Forest is gonna finish last. I kind of like them. The fact that they, coming back into the Prem. But they've just been they've made a lot of signings in the summer, but they just haven't panned out. And I feel like their season's just gonna get worse. Everyone else above them is gonna be better.
All right.
Okay, I guess I'll go next. So I got Southampton coming in at 20. Which pains me to say because they have a lot of young talent on this squad, but they've avoided relegation for many seasons now, and I think the luck has run out. So Southampton fans, you can hate on me all you want, but Division 2 next year.
This is actually a challenge to Southampton fans. If there's any Southampton fans out there, come to our video, watch it, and leave some hate. But I have you guys in 20th too.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. They're in 18th right now. I do think Nottingham Forest and Wolves are going to pick up points, and they're just going to keep dropping points. Like we already said that they're going to lose to Liverpool, So I see them in 20th.
I have Bournemouth 20th. I think they're just going to free fall. They're going to just keep losing games. They're significant. They have like player for player, they're significantly worse than I feel like everyone else in the Prem. And they're just gonna keep falling. The manager they have now, I don't know if he was the interim manager. I don't know if he's still gonna be the manager, if they're gonna look for another one. But I think Bournemouth, they're just gonna keep free falling. They're gonna keep losing games, keep dropping points, and they're gonna finish 20th.
Yeah, so 19th I'm gonna go Bournemouth. They're just gonna do a little better than Forest, but they're not gonna get great results. They're just gonna go downhill. I believe they're 17th right now or 16th. So it's just gonna get worse for them. Can't see them surviving. So they'll definitely get relegated.
I agree with you on that one. I think number 19th, it's going to go to Bournemouth. Not trying to diss the club. I can't even name you a player on the team right now, and the whole manager situation. I think it's back down to Division 2 for Bournemouth, which sucks because they have a great fan base, but even like a very slow summer window from them, so it's not going to help them out. They going down.
Pretty sure they're called the Cherries. I just want to say good job, Cherries. They did a lot better than I think a lot of people thought they would do. Like every video I saw, Bournemouth 20th, Bournemouth 20th, Bournemouth. No one thought of it, I think I even had them in 20th, but I have them in 19th. They're in 17th right now. They're not too far away. I think, it's just Wolves are going to pick up points. Nottingham's going to pick up points. I think Bournemouth's it's not that far off. But good job. They did a lot better than I thought, even though they're close to relegation.
19th, I have Forest, I think. I don't know. I thought they were going to stay up at first, but then, I don't know. I don't know if it's just too many signings or it's just the manager, I don't know, he's out of his depth, or I don't know what it is. Nothing's clicking for them. And I don't think they're going to survive. I think all the money they just spent is going to mess them up. And then, they're going down.
It's funny because we're trashing on them, but they're beating Tottenham 2-0 right now.
Yeah, I know.
Are they actually?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, they're winning 2-0.
All right, you're next, Sandro. Oh, my bad. Randy, you're back.
Oh, yeah. 18th, I got Southampton, like you said, they've been flirting with relegation for the past few seasons. So I feel like they'll definitely drop this season. They haven't been great. It's not going to be a great season for them, and they'll drop down to the Championship.
Right. The last team I have getting relegated is Wolverhampton. I know a lot of people are like, where's Nottingham Forest? I'm a believer. I feel like all those signings are going to start clicking for them. But when I say this, they're going to barely escape relegation. I feel like the Wolves or Wolverhampton, I don't know. They have all the players. They're not clicking. I think once they get relegated, it's going to be fun to see where Guedes goes, Ruben Neves. I feel like he's going to be leaving in January, mind you. But yeah, Wolverhampton fans, I'm sorry. Back down to Division 2.
Quickly, just Brighton scored.
I knew you were going to say that, Brian.
But I don't want that to distract, but I totally agree with Alessandro. So I have Nottingham Forest actually making it out the relegation, just barely 17th, and I have this is going to be very crazy. So Leeds United, I have them dropping down 18th. I think they did a horrible mistake selling Rafinha. I think Barca was dumb to buy Rafinha too.
Oh boy.
But yeah, I think that's it for them. They're dropping down. Nottingham Forest, I think Lingard's gonna do something. I think they're gonna sell some people this transfer window. I don't know to who, but they need to get some money back. They need to shorten up that list. I don't even know how they have enough people. Like, where did they go practice with that many players? Like, makes no sense to me. But I think they're making it out of relegation. 18th, Leeds United. My main reason is because what's the coach's name again? John?
Jesse Marsh.
Pardon?
Jesse Marsh.
Jesse Marsh.
The American.
If he lost against Liverpool and then Bournemouth and then this game, he would have been sacked, which I think would have been great for Leeds United, and that probably would have saved them because they would have had a new coach. But because he beat Liverpool, I think he's gonna survive through winter. They're gonna keep him, and if they were to have another manager, maybe Leeds United would have picked up 1 or 2 points in their first 2 games back. But because they're keeping Jesse Marsh, I think they're gonna just lose those those 2 first games back. They're gonna sack him, and then they're gonna be left with a new coach who, yeah, sure. Like, I know a lot of people say getting a new coach brings new energy and everything, but I think in the long term, it's not that great. Like, not even long term. I think it just works for the first 3 games, and then it's back to poor form for most teams. So
I was about to say, is that going to apply to Brighton?
No.
No? Okay. Just wanted to check. That's it.
Well, actually, some people would say that Brighton got off to a roller coaster start, because we did lose to Nottingham, and then we tied. What was it, Southampton? I think. So those weren't great results.
So he basically did it reverse. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, kind of reverse. Like, he started off with a great first game, reverse, and now we're back. Chelsea, Wolves.
All right.
Right now, Arsenal. But yeah.
And me at 18th, I have Southampton. I think they just fired their manager. The goals for them, they don't have an actual goal scorer. Che Adams doesn't score. Armstrong, I don't even know if I don't know if he got sent on loan or whatever. But when he was there, he wasn't scoring. Okay, still he's not scoring. They invested a lot in the youth. They brought in a few guys from City. Bazunu, the goalie, Lavia, he's really good. Bella Kotchas as center back, he started off really good, but they don't have there's nowhere, the goals aren't coming from anywhere. So I think, especially now they fired Hasenhüttl, they're just gonna go down. Depending on who they bring in, if they bring in Sean Dyche, which I don't know, maybe he could do something there. He's a good manager, obviously, but I don't know. Honestly, it depends who they bring in. But I think they're going down. They have no one to score the goals for them.
Quickly, last thing before we end episode 2. Sarmiento was the one that assisted. So, good job. Sarmiento, yeah.
Well, since you're giving updates on your team, West Ham finally tied the game. Pablo Fornals with a goal. So, I'm happy.
I've seen that.
Oh, and I think Arsenal is going to be going try hard now. Not try hard, but actually try to win, because they subbed in Gabriel and Martinelli.
Oof, yeah.
Now they're winning for sure.
No, they're trying to look for it. But I mean, they only have less than 30 minutes left, or 30 minutes. That's enough. But
yeah, they can do it.
Hopefully, Brighton could get one more in and then park the bus. Put in some stupid yen. Anyways,
the GOAT.
Those are our predictions. Okay, top 8. Relegated, we'll come back. We'll see who's right. Hopefully me, because I have the best ball knowledge here. But
good.
Okay.
What about that?
Randy, you should be happy if I had the best ball knowledge.
Yeah, but some of the other ones were questionable. But that We'll see.
No,
We'll-
you're not gonna see. You're gonna see nothing.
We have to have a challenge. Okay, whoever makes the worst prediction and the best prediction has to be some sort of like consequences in the award.
We'll do like you have to support your rivals for like.
Oh, I got one. Okay, they have to wear the other team's jersey for the special podcast.
Or like yeah, video.
Appreciation podcast. So.
What?
So if let's say I lose, I have to do an appreciate podcast on the winner. So let's say it's like Alessandro West Ham,
Yeah, I wish.
Mandy Arsenal, Russo Man City, and then
I'm
the
down.
winner. I don't know what should the winner get.
I don't know. Pride.
Okay, and then they get to see the loser.
For kids from Owens.
What?
What?
Okay.
What'd you
Okay.
say? Fired.
Nothing.
What the hell? Consider
Right.
this.
Hey guys, leave a like and comment and subscribe.